So it is a privilege to be at this historic assembly for us, convened by the city, and we are here to address the obstinate challenges that are faced by emerging farmers and small businesses, which includes factors such as market access, professional capacity, and access to financial and non-financial support. Which is why I would also like to salute all the farmers who are here today and also all the entrepreneurs who are here today, both big and small. You are very critical to the work that we are doing as an organization and the work that government is doing in the development and transformation space. It is important as one of the pillars of government that transformation and inclusive growth has to be at the center of all the development that is happening in South Africa today. So we are part of the development finance institutions, and we thank you profusely for creating the important platform for connecting with you as entrepreneurs, farmers, stakeholders, and other government departments. Because it is very important for us as we provide the services in terms of financing the needs of the various entrepreneurs that we work together as government. There are various resources that are available within various government structures, and we are actually making sure that we are organized in order to ensure that the reach that we make and also the impact that is made through our resources reaches from those who are already in the business sector and those who would like to enter the markets. So the opportunities which are available must be inclusive for everyone. We also want to acknowledge the SMMEs which are led by the youth, by women and people with disabilities. And as emerging farmers and organizations involved in agriculture are committed to promoting food security, the well-being of our nation, job creation, entrepreneurship, and inclusive growth. Ladies and gentlemen, as the NEF, we have a mandate from an Act of Parliament to grow Black economic participation across South Africa. We do this by providing financial and non-financial support to Black entrepreneurs, and we also work with other entrepreneurs who want to collaborate with the entrepreneurs that we are targeting. We provide funding as an organization which ranges from around 250,000 rand up to 75 million rand. We ensure that farmers in particular also get the resources that they need, and we also unlock other third-party funding on a concessionary basis, because we understand that this sector plays a critical role in food security and ensuring that we're creating jobs and we're supporting people who are living in rural areas and also people who come from historically disadvantaged background. In experience of the NEF, African farmers have long faced difficulties accessing markets for their farm produce due to fragmented retail sector, high transport costs, poor facilities, and the exploitation by the existing players and powerful traders who have actually closed the doors for new entrants within this space. If farmers had a great way to aggregate their products and pool their resources to obtain certification at a lower cost, they may well have been able to deliver this objective profitably. Aggregation therefore plays a role in negotiating better terms with large traders, such as the national retailers, the independent retailers, the agro-processing corporates, and the intermediaries, including the agents which work within the markets. So as an organization, we are committed to ensuring that we also provide support to the Black agents who are operating within the markets to ensure that they also provide the quality products that the other agents are able to offer. So what we are saying is that the growth within the South African economy has to be inclusive of everyone. And we need to ensure that competition and also the standing of all entrepreneurs within the market is supported so that we can ensure that the historically disadvantaged people within South Africa also benefit within the mainstream of the economy. So the Farmer Market Program aims to aggregate produce and provide farmers direct access to regional markets through offtake agreements with equitable margins, ensuring that smallholder farmers deliver and sell their products at a fair prices and they achieve shelf space directly to the market. In this regard, we are very encouraged by the work that the Joburg market is doing. This is a unique model and is a prime example of market platforms that must be replicated in other places within Gauteng and nationally to ensure that agriculture, agro-processing and food security becomes a national imperative. We, as the NEF, we invested in various other programs within the country, including other fresh produce markets, because we believe in the economies of scale. So what is happening here in Gauteng needs to make sure that we also reach other markets in other provinces within the country, which is why I was particularly encouraged to hear that some of the produce which is sold in the market in Johannesburg comes from other provinces, even from other countries within the SADC area. So we as an organization, we plan to roll out mini retail shops and mini markets within other communities, particularly within the black areas, because we need to ensure that there are linkages and there is support which is provided by bigger markets in order to ensure that those businesses also thrive and become successful. So the Outgrower program of the NEF aims to link farmers to existing agro-processing projects in the NEF portfolio and to ensure that there is direct access for smallholder farmers through a 5-year renewable offtake agreements with equitable prices. We therefore are welcoming the relationship today that we see developing. We are also developing a strong relationship with the Gauteng provincial government. We are actually in an advanced stage of signing and implementing an arrangement where we will pull together resources in order to provide financial support to farmers who are actually growing within the province. This is going to go a long way in order to ensure that the women-owned businesses, I was encouraged today to hear from the cooperatives and also the groupings that form women-owned value chains within this agriculture space. And I would like to welcome those enterprises, and I want to invite them. We have various colleagues from the NEF who are here present today. We are also represented in the exhibition area. We would like to engage with you. We do want to make sure that this conversation leads to meaningful projects. We want to see more agro-processing projects from emerging farmers. We want to see collaborations between big business or existing farmers and producers together with the emerging farmers, so that we ensure that we actually provide the necessary support, because we cannot allow those emerging farmers to fend on their own. They need the support, and all of us as responsible citizens, both individually and corporately within South Africa, we need to make sure that we pull together resources. So as government, we are committed. We will work with the Joburg market to make sure that we explore all options which are available We have already identified through the conversations that we've had that there are opportunities to make sure that we unlock the value chain from the agents, from the farmers, and also from the retailers. So this has to be a coherent approach that will ensure that there is support and there is also successful stories, so that when we meet next year, we can actually pinpoint success stories that have started through the initiatives and the conversations that we've been having. So the support that we are providing, we anticipate development impact that will contribute to ensuring that more farmers in government irrigation schemes are able to access key domestic and SADC markets. The NEF's target market in this regard is to develop black-owned aggregators in the various areas. So I was very encouraged about the aggregators that are already operating, because we need to make sure that where there is produce available from smallholder farmers, that can be aggregated and it ends up in the shelves where it can actually achieve the margins which are achieved by the bigger players within this space. Non-financial support is very key in the work that we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. I've spoken about how the NEF bridges the divide in terms of ensuring access to markets and by providing innovative funding to black entrepreneurs and emerging farmers. So, non-financial support is one of the pillars of the NEF interventions. This includes online business planning solutions that is available at no cost to users from the NEF's website. Details are available on the brochure that is on display in the exhibition area. So I want to invite you to please grab that and actually use those resources which are contained in there. We provide entrepreneurial training, we provide incubation and investor education, as well as mentorship, because we are saying to those who are already successful, they have a responsibility to ensure that we improve the chances of success of emerging businesses. The NEF also provides socio-economic development support in order to empower black people in existing transactions and other broad-based groups through various social development interventions such as social facilitation, corporate governance training, and market access to facilitate meaningful participation. In this regard, I was very encouraged by the discussions around the opportunities which are available in Orange Farm, because as an organization, we have actually co-funded the Orange Farm A2 Mall. And part of the responsibility that we have is to ensure that we play a role in social facilitation in that community. So that's one of the examples that we're going to utilize in order to make sure we play a meaningful role within the leads that were presented here today, in order to make sure that their growing businesses and entrepreneurs within the SMME space are given an opportunity to succeed. I want to assure you, entrepreneurs present here today, that you are not alone. In the NEF, as an agency of the DTIC, under the stewardship of Minister Parkstow, you can be assured that if your business idea is actually brought to the table and is commercially viable, and we will work with you where it is not commercially viable, in order to increase its chances of success. If your business is black owned and black managed, if your business talks to transformation, if your business talks to rural development, if your business talks to township development, if your business talks to SME development, if it contributes to women empowerment, the NEF is indeed your funder with a soul.